going live. It usually takes a second to connect here. And we're live. What's going on, D-Bags? Hope you guys are doing well. We're back here again with another episode of the Detox Podcast, episode 233 to be exact. I'm your host, Darren. Rita. Feel free to connect with me at any of the links down below. And if you're new here to enjoy music, podcasts, comedy, or hooping videos, do consider subscribing. Got a whole lot of that stuff going on. When you do subscribe, leave a like or hang out with us here in the live chat like you're going to do today. Helps us share conversations and laughs like these with more people. So do consider doing that. Helps us out a ton. I want to bring more good guests to you guys and you guys be able to enjoy that. So tell your homies, leave a like. Let's do it. Speaking of plugging things, I got something really big coming up. I may or may not have mentioned it last week, but I'm going to keep mentioning it until it's sold out, and we're going to sell it out. It's going to be up on the screen right now if McKenna's on cue. Look at that. She's right there. Look at me. Look at me and me and me. All three of me. Got a big live show coming up that I'm super, super pumped about. It's going to be in Milwaukee, so if you're not from Milwaukee, get a ticket, a plane ticket, a train ticket, a bus ticket, whatever you got to do. Make a weekend out of it. It's on a Friday night. In March, the end of March, we're going to be one of the first acts to play at the Vivarium, Pabst Theater Group's brand new venue. It's actually not even built yet, dude. It's still being built right now. So it's not even open. But it's going to be super, super fun. Got a lot of really exciting stuff planned for this show. If you enjoy the music, you're going to love it. If you enjoy the podcast, you're going to love it. It's going to be a ton of fun. Now, before we can get into today's episode, I got to talk to you guys a little bit about your grooming, all right? Because you're doing it wrong. We've all been there before, right? Maybe you waited a few weeks too long to trim the hedges, and it's date night. And what do? You reach for that cheap razor you got from Kmart, Blue Light Special, who knows how many years ago, and you start hacking at things you shouldn't be hacking at, with weapons that you shouldn't be using down there. You don't got to do that anymore, all right? You got to go nuts. Go nuts, baby. It's a revolutionary, first of its kind, patented designed razor meant for shaving below the belt. All right, and its patented design is meant to not leave you with any rashes or gashes. So quit playing yourself with the same razors that use the same old tech and are going to leave you with the same cuts and nicks that they always have. So go to thegonutz.com right now. They're sponsoring today's video. That's thegonutz.com. You can use code RITA47 to actually get a discount, save a little money. The holidays are coming up. I believe you put the order in right now, it should be there before Christmas. They got pretty quick shipping over there. So I would put those orders in ASAP if you're looking for something, need to trim below the belt. Definitely helps. Now, with all that good stuff out of the way, I'm excited to introduce you guys to my guest this week and kick it with him a little bit. He's a music artist making electronic, heavy stuff under the name Empire, and that's with a 3 at the end. I also used to work with the guy. Let's give a wet detox welcome to Roman France. He's here in the building, bro.
Hello.
You're out here. You're out here.
We out here.
Empire.
Yes.
With a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Why the 3? Just because it wasn't taken yet, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a reason?
Well, I wanted to do it backwards E at first, so I had originally done that, but it was way too hard to find because you couldn't type it in on a keyboard.
Yeah.
So 3 makes it easier to find, and
what is Empire?
Empire I actually decided to choose because of my name, Roman. So Roman Empire.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amongst other choices, but
that's a thing going around right now is the men.
How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Yeah, I today is the first time I've thought about it since I learned about it. But you must think about it often, I imagine.
Yeah,
to have named your artist persona about it. That's sick.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, got a lot of nicknames in middle school and stuff like that. So
what were some of them?
Someone would trip me and say the Roman Empire has fallen.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Stuff like that.
You earned that one, and that wasn't your fault, I guess.
No,
you didn't pick the name. You didn't pick the name. Nah, dude. I think you're the only Roman I know aside from Roman Reigns, dude. You know who Roman Reigns is?
Yeah, the wrestler.
Yeah, not just a wrestler, bro. He's like one of the longest ever champions right now. I think in WWE. Everybody like hates that he's like still a champion. 1,200 some days, I think. I don't even follow WWE, but I know that.
Speaking of WWE wrestlers, isn't Batista like an actor or a voice actor now?
Yeah.
Or doesn't he usually?
Where have you been? He's in the highest grossing movie of all time.
What? Which one?
The Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame.
I don't think I've seen.
He's in the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's Drax. He's one of the Guardians. He's in 3 of those films, plus a spin-off show, plus 2 of the biggest movies ever released. Ever.
I guess I don't keep up with Marvel as much as I
Pop
should.
culture. You weren't around when the Infinity War was in the theater and everybody was getting turned to dust. Thanos.
No, I was.
Spoiler alert for
I was
someone?
there for the. I was there for the memes. It's not so much the.
Okay. Well,
movies.
he was dusted. And he came
Thanos?
back, yeah. No, Drax
Oh.
is the character that Batista plays.
Yes.
He's in a bunch of other films too. He's actually a really good actor.
Yeah,
Really
he's
good
a-
actor.
The reason I know though is because he's voice acting for a Studio Ghibli film.
I actually heard about this. Yeah,
Yeah, the Heron. Something
that's
in
the
the
one that's
Heron.
out right now, right? The new one.
Or the one that's come. I think
There's
so.
one that's like in theaters right now.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. He's a phenomenal talent all around. That I can't believe you're just now learning this.
Yeah, I'm not huge on movies. I don't like to sit still for too long.
Hmm.
But when I do watch a movie, I get immersed and get into it. But the Marvel movies are something I haven't really frequented as much as I probably should have, considering the way you reacted.
I mean, specifically though, like it was pretty like peak pop culture at that time. I mean, I'd say now it's the relevancy has dipped a little bit, but yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, if you who didn't see the movies knew the memes, so that's how big it was. You know?
Well, I didn't see the movies because of all the spoilers from the memes.
Yeah, so you got to avoid that shit, man.
Right.
Kids were getting their asses kicked at movie theaters for that stuff. They were coming out of Endgame because I don't know if you know this. Infinity War basically was a 2-part movie, 3 hours each movie, basically. Infinity War and Endgame. And so at the end of Infinity War, spoiler alert, Thanos snaps everybody to dust, half the entire universe.
Right.
So the rest of the Avengers are kind of left in shambles. The next film is them figuring out how to reverse that and then mess dude up. Okay, so people were leaving the film when that first one came out. You had to wait a couple years for the next one to come out,
Right.
and everyone was really like, "What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?" And there were the first showings of it, and as people were leaving the theater, they were screaming out spoilers like "so and so dies," "so this person dies," and a couple like grown men beat the shit out of some teenagers.
That's kind of ridiculous, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would kick the shit out of that kid too, though.
Yeah. To be like diehard fans, I can understand.
Yeah. I'm
Spoil-
putting him through a window at least, dude.
Throw
That's
'em right through the
ridiculous,
door.
bro.
Yeah.
Especially, again, you don't know because you haven't spent the time with these films. But at that point in time, that's like 20-something, 27 or 28 films worth of stuff building up to that moment. That, like, if you've been at and you've been, like, a part of and following and someone just, like, spoiled that for you, yeah, I'd
Just
go,
running out of the theater like, hey.
hey, so-and-so died. Yeah.
Right.
No, you died is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
In about 5 minutes.
So, but what was you wanted Batista? What was up with Batista? He's just on your mind, or I don't know how.
Yeah, he was on my mind because I was looking up the voice actors for the new Studio Ghibli movie. Like Robert Pattinson is in it. Some pretty big names are in there.
Yeah.
I can't remember all of them right now.
Are you big in the voice acting? I know you said before we went live that you watch anime a little bit.
Yeah.
But so you follow a lot of voice actors? Are you big in that?
I've been trying to, or starting to, I should say, because of I can do like a lot of accents and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah.
I like to follow.
That's how you ended up on the show today. Actually,
Yeah.
for people that don't know, there's a clip that we posted like a week and some change ago of Carrington, who was just on, doing a British accent, and you said I can do a British accent, and then that's how we got to where we are right now, skipping some steps. But yeah, where's the British accent then?
Right here. It's not great, but it's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could feel it. That's not bad, bro. That's
It's not bad. Yeah.
What other ones can you do? Are they going to progressively get more and more offensive? Because that would be that'd be interesting.
It depends. So, like Irish and Scottish, I've been trying to get better at, but I can't.
Give me Scottish, bro. Scottish is fun.
I can't do much with Scottish. It's like you said, it's probably going to start to get offensive. But I can't.
It's okay.
Do.
The whites can take it, bro.
To be fair,
There's probably. I mean, I don't think I'm Scottish. So maybe I can't do that, but I don't know. I'm Irish, so you can do Irish.
you're Irish.
Yeah. There you go. Do a little McGregor. Can you get some McGregor going?
No.
What got you into what do you think it was voice actors that got you into doing the accents, or were you just good at accents and then that made you realize that you like voice acting?
You could say it was a little bit of both. So I was like into anime when I was younger, and that was a lot of voice acting, right? So I would hear the dubs and the subs, and I would also like be messing around with my cousin. He would throw accents out there, and I would want to learn how to do like specifically the English accent that he would use. So
Do you ever in the animes do you watch? Do they ever like have big power up sequences?
yeah,
You know, like back from Dragon Ball, kind of like made that a big thing.
yeah, like the 3 episodes of yelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
power up for me, bro. Let's see your your voice acting chops.
You want me
here.
to? You want me
Yeah,
to?
yeah. Like let's come up with a cool form, right? Roman France. It's a sick name.
Mm-hmm.
What would be like your final form?
The French Empire.
The French Empire. Okay.
Yeah.
Did they ever have one? They probably had one.
I think.
Maybe. I don't know. They just got the tower now. That's it.
Yeah, the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, I'm sure. Probably not another tower.
So okay, so give me a beat, man. Pretend I'm like some villain and I just killed your best homie, and you have to tap into some new power that you never had before.
So
it's the end of your character's arc, right? So you're unlocking this new power. Pretend you're in the booth, bro. You're recording this line.
You okay?
Give me like here. No, you know what? I'll make it easy for you. I'll write the line. I'm putting you on the spot here, so don't feel bad for if this goes sideways. You're gonna give me what should be my guy's name? We'll go with Darren.
Darren.
Darren sounds okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna Darren, how could you? All the innocent lives that you've taken today, no more. This ends now. And then you're going to give me like, and give me like that power up sequence, like
like a full on shout. Okay.
Sorry, the headphone listener. You can back up a little bit when you do that. But yeah.
Right.
Give me like a good, I'm going to do it too. I'm getting jacked up right now thinking, I've always wanted to go Super Saiyan, dude. I've tried real hard.
We're going to go to, so this is like a one-on-one end of the archetypes.
I just smoked your best homie.
Right.
Died. All his character development
Darren,
gone.
How could you?
Get mad.
You just smoked my homie.
Okay.
All those innocent lives you've taken alongside. I can't believe this.
Get more into it. He has this terrible voice.
How could you?
Okay.
Ah! I don't have a lot of practice.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll run lines later.
Yeah.
I'm getting...
Probably write a script.
Oh, but my accent is so good, said Carrington. I'm getting doxxed. She's so good, she's getting doxxed because of her accent. That's insane, bro. That's insane. But yeah, we'll work on it. We'll workshop the going Super Saiyan. Maybe we'll come up with a level that we can actually get to. Dude, that's interesting, man. So you're into a lot of anime. What animes you watch these days?
So I've been keeping up with like Jujutsu Kaisen. That's a big one that I've been keeping up with. Other than that, I've just got a bunch of series on the
Attack
side.
on Titan at all? That one's big. That one's popping.
I've watched some of it.
It's over now, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had their final episodes that were like movies, I think.
Yeah, dude, that one was cool. I only saw like the first season of that. I think maybe the second season.
It's worth the watch.
Yeah.
It starts to like through the middle season it starts to get very like political ish. But other than that it's a very good anime. Action storytelling.
Yeah.
The whole shebang.
Yeah. Just cool, man, those fucking jumper things they got, those cables.
Yeah.
That's just so cool. They had those in Fortnite for a while.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, you play Fortnite?
A little bit. I
say it with your chest, bro. It's okay.
I play Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, bro. You get some dubs or no? You getting carried?
No.
You doing the carrying?
I do the carrying.
Are you playing build or no build?
No build.
I don't know if I believe you, bro.
I don't play
because I play no build, but I suck ass. I can admit it.
It
sounds like maybe you're lying to me.
Okay, I honestly played build maybe 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
In total.
Really? So you're like a newbie to Fortnite?
Yeah.
You didn't play like Fortnite back when it was.
No. I played the OG shit that came out not too long ago.
Yeah.
Like the whole like month.
Yeah.
Thing. But other than that, no, I don't really play build. Like it was a friend who had tried to get me into it, so I had started by playing build.
What were you? Can I ask real quick? What were you doing from the years 2018 to 2022? Because you didn't see the 2 biggest films that ever came out or played the single biggest video game of all time.
So
during that time, the time when we were locked inside, had nothing to do but watch movies and play video games. You didn't do the 2 biggest ones of those.
Yeah.
So what were you doing?
Not living my best life.
No?
No, it's a pretty sad backstory.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tragic. What did you do anything interesting, exciting during the pandemic or during the 2 years before it or the 2 years after?
I watched Bo Burnham's Netflix special.
Inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was pretty all right.
You just saw that and you were like, all right, this is it. I'm not doing anything else now. The rest of quarantine.
I binged it the entirety of those 2 years.
Yeah, just on loop. That's depressing. I love that special, but I saw it one time and that was enough.
Yeah. That I actually only saw it once.
Yeah. Okay.
To be fair.
Yeah, it's
to
good.
be-
It's really good. It's sad though. A little depressing.
It is. But it's definitely good. And he did all of that himself from the sanctuary of his own home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's impressive. It's definitely I hope Netflix cut him a good check, man, because that's impressive. And as somebody who creates both, video stuff as well as music stuff, it's cool to see somebody who he directed all of it, did all the music for it, wrote all the music for it, recorded all the music, directed all the video, mixed all the audio, did everything himself. So I think that's super sick.
Really impressive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I guess along the same lines, man. When it mentioned that you do music, I was talking to you before we went live, and you told me you had some new music that's coming out soon. Big thing that I hate when I listen to podcasts is when artists will do the, yeah, bro, I got some sick shit coming out. Be ready for that. And then they tell us nothing else about it. And that's why I was giving you a little shit before we went live, because I was like, well, what is it? What should I be on the lookout for? So, to put you on the spot, so people get an idea of who I'm talking to, right? Because I have different people on every week. Some people are just homies, whatever. So other people I don't know quite as well. I don't know what kind of music you're making. I mean, I know because I've heard some of it, but they don't know what style of music you make and why. What got you to that route?
So, when I was growing up, I didn't really have a lot of specific music that I liked, so I had asked around for music to listen to. And something that caught my ear was Skrillex, early Skrillex, Scary Monsters Night Sprites.
So what does that mean? You would ask around? Would you just go up to people in high school and study hall and be like, "Yo, you were doing the what are you listening to videos before that guy was doing them?"
Yeah, you could call me a hipster, I guess. And also I had like a DS, so I had an SD card, and I was asking for music to listen to because I didn't have like an iPod or anything.
You were jamming on the DS.
Yes, sir.
What's okay? Well, let's break that down. What is the media player on the DS look like for listening to music? I never did that.
So you have like an SD card, you load music onto it, you put it back into the DSi, and then it has like a little visualizer, all Nintendo related.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just hit play.
Yep.
Good audio quality?
Not bad.
Yeah?
For the time, yeah.
That's kind of sick, bro. You were using the fucking regular DS?
DSi.
DSi. You were using the DSi as an MP3 player.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's sick.
Before its time.
What kind of, did you have games on it too?
Yeah.
What were you playing? What games were you getting into?
Like
Nintendogs?
Kirby's, yeah.
Kirby and Nintendogs?
Yep. Yeah, the good stuff.
What is wrong? I just put a clip out the other day with my homie Mike from a while ago, and that was his favorite game was Nintendogs and Kirby.
And Kirby?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't fuck with Kirby.
Really? Squeak Squad, Superstar Ultra?
I just don't like his face.
What face?
I just don't like his shape.
He's a circle.
I've made a joke. Yeah, I just don't like it, bro. He looks like, I made a joke before. He looks like Majin Buu's testicles a little bit.
That's okay. That I can see.
And I don't know who came first, but I think Majin Buu did, and I like that one better. So I'm just gonna go with.
See, I think Kirby came first.
When was Kirby made?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know, but either way, I don't like him. But that's cool though. That's your favorite game. You were listening to music on there. So you went from listening to music on the DS to now you're making music on an iPad.
Yeah. So the inspiration came from listening to Skrillex early on, and then I fell into like Virtual Riot and other heavy artists. Or at least
what's that genre called? Because I thought that was like Skrillex is. What are they? He's not EDM.
Not anymore. He's more like on the pop side of EDM. So
yeah.
he does more like party music, like stuff like that.
What's Bangarang? What's that considered,
That's
bro?
dubstep.
Dubstep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was looking for. The word I was looking for. Dubstep. So is that what you were getting into? That's what you mean when you say heavy?
Yeah.
Dubstep.
Yeah. So that's more of the genres I like to get into. When I'm starting to produce my own stuff. I've been doing that a lot more lately.
Yeah.
Earlier on, it was more melodic, not very well mixed. Just pieces of work that I would put together. Most of my discography.
Are you singing on stuff, or you like to do mostly just electronic, like just instrumental stuff?
I've been working toward putting my own vocals on tracks, but right now it's just a lot of instrumental with vocal samples that I have access to.
Okay, there you go. That's cool. Well, what? I guess so. So Skrillex, then, man. I guess Skrillex doing bang. Did you like Bangarang? Someone put you onto that shit, bro. Yeah. That shit was hard. What do you got? Cinema. You know Cinema?
Oh yeah, the Skrillex remix.
Bro, you know what's crazy? When that shit came out, bro, that was back when like Instagram was like pretty new.
Oh god.
And so there would be all these like people are amazing montages. to cinema.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be, you are a cinema. I can watch you forever. It'd be like some dude like doing a triple backflip on a fucking motorcycle, and then they would just like cut to somebody like, you know, free fall in the sky, and I'd be like, wow, I just want to live, man.
Yeah, right.
It's like when Instagram was beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
And I think Skrillex had something to do with that, bro. Shout out Skrillex. He did, you know what, we were talking Kingdom Hearts for a minute before we went live.
Yeah.
He did the intro, the one of the intros for the newest game that came out not long ago.
That was 3, right?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
That was badass. I remember that. It was a beautiful song.
It was so good.
And it went hard as fuck.
It did. I played a little bit of the game too. That went pretty.
You played a little bit of the game?
A little bit. I played the earlier Kingdom Hearts game.
That's because you have an Xbox, right? That game should not be on Xbox.
The third one was.
Yeah, because they ported everything after the fact because they
to.
wanted people. They wanted to do more sales.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah.
So I played 358 over 2 days was my most played Kingdom Hearts game though.
DS, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It was a good one though.
That was fun because you could play with friends.
Yes.
I had two. I actually forced one of my friends to buy that game, even though he played none of the other games, just so we could play the missions together. Because I had another one of those games, Birth by Sleep, that was on PSP, and I knew nobody else that had a PSP, so I couldn't even play with anybody. And there was like an online function as well.
Yeah.
So my cousin had a DS, and we would run trios on that shit, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
No
couldn't
build.
even do like
No build, but we was fucking Zeminis up, bro. Fucking those Heartless up.
cranking 90s on those Heartless.
Cranking 90s on those fucking Heartless, bro.
How was your editing in Kingdom Hearts?
Kingdom Hearts, bro, crazy. Limit breaks, editing, yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
No, that's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. So you were grinding Kingdom Hearts. I got a little disheartened there when you said you played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3 because I'm like,
I'd like to do like a thorough playthrough of the first 2 and 3.
so you've only played 358 over 2 days. It's the only one you've like completed.
Yes. It's sad.
Did you know what the fuck was going on?
No, but it was fun.
So for context, bro, I know people are gonna tune out right now because they have no idea what I'm talking about. But the game that you played, 358 over 2 days, is a game. First off, the creator of it made in like 3 days on like a weekend bender in a hotel room. He just like emerged from this hotel room. He's like, I got it. This is what the game is. And it's a spin-off about Sora, the main character's nobody, which is for people that don't know what that is. That's when you die in this series, you are split into two beings, a heartless and a nobody. If you have a strong heart, right? And if depending on how strong you are, your nobody can take like a physical manifestation, a form of something. And in Sora's case, it was who's that guy from Disney Channel who voices him? What the fuck is his name? Jesse McCartney. In Sora's case, it's Jesse McCartney. He voices Roxas.
Really?
And so Roxas, which if you do the math and some dyslexia, is Sora mixed around with an X in there.
Yep.
Right? And so it's about him, and he has a job. He gets recruited by this cult to work and basically collect hearts to create Kingdom Hearts so that they can all get hearts, is what they're told. Turns out that's not really what's going on. There's some other shit that was at play. But you didn't even know who Sora was, so...
No, I didn't really.
Yeah.
I thought Roxas was the main character for the longest time.
Yeah, that's so wrong.
I know.
That makes me so sad.
I want to do a chronological playthrough of all of
Roxas
the
is
games,
a little cooler than Sora, though.
He looks cooler. He's got the big black robe.
Yeah,
He's
the
a cool guy.
robes are sick. And Axel's awesome. He's my favorite character, I think.
Axel's pretty cool.
Yeah.
With the chakrams.
Yeah, he's badass. Okay, so you went from, I don't know how we went from cinema to you disrespecting my favorite franchise of all time to at some point we get to you now make music on an iPad.
Yeah.
Which I applaud you for. And a lot of people, you got to tell people, break it down, because this is something that a lot of people don't know, and even, I mean, more and more people are becoming privy to it, but people don't even think it's possible to make good sounding music with just your phone or with an iPad or maybe a DS.
It's definitely a process. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much.
What's the toughest part about making music on an iPad?
Definitely the mixing, the mastering process. So after you're done with it, you want to make sure all your levels are good. You know what your idea will sound like. You just have to make sure it sounds like a song,
Yeah.
right? You want to make sure your bass is equal. You want to make sure the equalizer matches what you want it to sound like, essentially.
Of course.
I
What are the
can't-
hardest parts in doing that process?
So
for
with
you?
specifically with the app I use, the equalizer isn't easy to find, nor is it that detailed.
Yeah.
So it's like a high gain, low gain. There's a low and high shelf. and then there's a general gain for the sample, but there's also a gain for the entire project. You can adjust.
Oh, so it doesn't let you can't go in and take out frequencies and dip certain frequencies under each other?
You can't tweak waves. You can just work with the samples.
Hey, we got to get you. What software are you using right now, bro?
It's called Oxy.
Maybe we should get you a different one, bro.
Yeah.
BandLab is free. I know we were talking about that before we went live.
Yeah. But I'm more familiar with it, and actually the mixing doesn't sound too bad. Like
You could still make shit in whatever this pretend program is, and then do it. I'm just kidding. You could make shit in Oxy. You could make stuff in Oxy. You could export it or export elements of it separately. Stems of it. Mix those stems in BandLab, and then if you feel more comfortable, keep bouncing back and forth. I just think you deserve, a full parametric EQ, so you're not working with just like do I want a high pass filter or a low pass filter on this fucking song?
Yeah. Because there is specifically high pass and low pass, but there's also like an actual equalizer, just not as in detail as you would hope it would be. Yeah.
But do you enjoy the workflow otherwise?
100%.
Give me like the 3 pros of making music on a phone or an iPad.
So it's seamless. You get an idea, you can write it down immediately, and honestly, the playback isn't too bad. You can have it set to playback on repeat. Like, you can have it set to playback on repeat, but also in the background of like other apps. So you can listen to it while you're doing other things to get to like a general sound of like how it sounds in the background of things. If that's how people listen to their music, stuff like that. And one more pro, a fourth one.
Give me it.
The exporting is nice. So
exporting is nice.
Yeah, you can export it as a video, audio. So the audio is just like an MP4. You can export it as a wave, an uncompressed wave, and you can just export the raw project as well.
Yeah, okay, so you can do project files as well.
Yeah.
So that's nice. That's cool. Have you done anything? Have you ever got to work on music on like a standard workstation, like a PC or a laptop or anything at all? Or you've only done it on the phone and the iPad?
Only legitimately done it on like the phone or like an iPad, right?
Yeah.
I used the
Don't
demo.
be afraid to look at the mic while you are talking to the mic when you're telling me about this story.
There was that one time I used the demo version of FL Studio.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I honestly loved it.
Yeah.
There was a demo song and I just messed around with it.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, they dropped some bangers in those. FL Studio, for people that don't know, it's a DAW, a digital audio workstation that is, first off, got tremendous workflow. But they also, when you download that like trial or like the demo, they give you some heat, bro. Every once in a while, and they switch it up. So, because I've had FL for a while now. When you update, because you have to update every once in a while, which that's another beautiful thing about FL Studio. They're gonna buy this video and turn it into an ad, which they should. It's a phenomenal. I honestly love FL. They also what I was getting to. A great thing that they do is they offer, when you buy their software, you get that for life, bro. There's no subscription bullshit. You pay for FL. Let's say I forget how much I spent on mine, $200, and you get that when they come out with a new one, you just update.
Oh,
FL Studio 20, that's what I think, the one I bought, or FL 19 or whatever. We're on 21 now, or 22. Just update. It's free.
That's pretty crazy.
It's a phenomenal. ImageLine
really
is a legit
nice
company for that, bro. Legit as hell.
Honestly, better than half.
But yeah, on the demo songs, that's what people don't know. When you download FL and open it for the first time, it gives you this like random song, and they'll change them, especially when I've updated. It's been a new one every time. Always a banger, bro.
Yeah. The one, I can't remember which version I had, but I messed with like a house.
It's always
song.
some house banger, bro. It really is. I don't know what they're doing over there. Who's making these songs?
The one I had was like a progressive house, like Martin Garrix almost.
There you go.
That kind of stuff back then. And that was popular, like Tiesto.
Tiesto's got some bops.
That's when I learned what sidechain was.
Oh yeah, when you had FL Studio.
Yeah.
For a day.
Yep.
Okay, well that's a big day then.
Yeah.
Sidechaining is important.
I learned a lot about producing on a PC DAW. It's nice.
Are we gonna do that maybe someday? You think?
I'd love to.
Yeah.
Like, prioritize mastering it through the PC, but most of the work probably will be done with what I'm more comfortable with. At least writing it down.
There's no problem with that. Even Steve Lacy, who's a phenomenal artist right now, huge. He's got that song, Bad Habit. I bite my tongue as a bat. It blew up on TikTok. He is first off a phenomenal artist. He made a ton of his early stuff all on GarageBand on his phone.
Really?
And I think he still makes some stuff. Like he still does demos and shit on his phone.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he's insanely talented. You can make good stuff. That's what a lot of people. I mean, dude, there's somebody on TikTok right now. I forget his name specifically. Maybe it's Paul Russell. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking completely out of turn. There are several artists on TikTok right now that just use their phone to make music, and they make good songs that sound great. And another thing too is you can do a lot of mixing now and shit on the phone that sounds well. But even just from a recording standpoint, I've seen people where they record with just this into their phone, and then they bounce that out to a producer or a mixing engineer, and that person mixes it, and it sounds you wouldn't even know.
That's crazy.
You know, I mean, it's not gonna be for everything, and it's not gonna work for everybody.
Right.
But like obviously, it helps having a nice microphone.
Oh yeah.
But you know, if you can do it really with anything now, which is super cool.
The nice microphone makes it easier on the mixing part.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but just having the ability, I can't imagine if BandLab or something like that would have existed like when I was starting making music. I know for a fact I would have been all over that shit.
Right.
Because like I was already messing around with GarageBand on like my friends' Macs and stuff like that. Because that's before it used to not be included on iPhones and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it was like a demo version, but so I couldn't do it on the phone. So I would like any one of my friends that had a Mac, dude. I was like, bro, we should try to make some music. We should try to make it, and be like, dude, that's goofy as shit. But like, I was just trying to figure out a way to do it. So I can't imagine if BandLab existed back then. But it's super cool that it's there now, man. Super, super cool. Aside from the music, man, what kind of dumb stuff you been getting into, man?
Just a whole lot of work.
What kind of trouble you been getting into?
Trouble?
Yeah. Any? Work? I mean, work related. So you're okay with work?
Yeah, work related.
You're working a lot.
I don't really get into too much trouble per se.
What do you do outside of work? Because you work for a radio station.
I game. I like to get active when I can.
Yeah, what does that look like?
Like longboarding.
Longboarding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's cold now in Wisconsin. It's hard to longboard right now.
I used to longboard around this time of year though, but like late nights in the summer are usually the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like going for walks, you know, like getting out of the house when I can.
Mm-hmm.
Is, but I have to like always, I guess, like go somewhere else. There aren't very many places that I can just walk around the place that I live.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You in a sketchy area or?
Ish. Yeah.
Okay, that'll make sense then. Yeah, I mean, dude, just getting out in general is dope. What do you like to, if you go for a walk, man, what's a successful walk look like for you?
To from maybe a park.
Yeah.
Find a path to
What
walk
do you
along, like a
when
trail.
you walk? Are you somebody who's like, I'm on a mission, like I'm walking fast, or you just kind of like taking the scenic route, you know, letting it all come to you, relaxing?
A little bit of both.
All right, give me a that's
mainly
a cheap answer.
Listen.
You're on the fence on it. What are we thinking?
I'm more on the scenic route side.
Yeah.
I do like to grab my headphones and walk around, just listen to maybe some lo-fi, you know, some chill or whatever I want to listen to in that moment. Go for a walk to where I want to go. Maybe walk around there for a little bit, mess around at a playground if I'm at a park.
Mm-hmm.
Like other than that, just walk around. Yeah, like you said, enjoy the scenery. Like
Yeah, I'm big on that too, man. I know. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I'm like doing like if it's my workout for the day, like maybe it's like it's a rest day for me, and I'm just gonna go for a walk that day as my workout. Maybe I'll be like, all right, I gotta have a pep in my step, like, because if I'm just walking for my workout, like that's not a lot, so I'm gonna walk a little faster. But like, if I'm just going for a walk, dude, just to like see some greenery or just like see objects in real life and not a computer screen that I'm staring at all day. Yeah, dude, I'll be walking slow as shit. I'm a slow walker, dude. I don't know what it is. I just want to enjoy it. I love walking and talking.
Yeah.
But I just, yeah.
Walking through parks are always nice, like wooded parks.
Wooded parks?
Yeah, so like Greenfield Park, for example.
I don't know.
Or like it's just one in West Dallas. I can't think of many others that I can just name.
That's all right. Not everybody we know that's listening to the show is from Milwaukee, so they won't know anyway. So, all right. So aside from the walking, man, I was curious. You have actually before I get to this, I got to give a quick shout out to somebody. Shout out to Deja Simpson, who has been on the show. She was on the show a long time ago. People that watch the channel, they know. But Deja was putting people onto the music the other day, and this popped in my head. My homie who's been on the show, she's funny as hell. We've done some other videos together. She works in a salon, does like people's like lashes, other stuff like that, and she was putting people onto the music. I'm curious. I have a music artist with me. You got homies that ride for you like that?
Occasionally.
Yeah. Do you like showing people your music, or is something you get nervous about?
That's something I get nervous about, but there are times where you just kind of have to be like, hey, you listen to this? How about this?
How do you bring it up in a way that's not...
obviously, it depends on the situation. I say
Yeah.
that a lot, but like I've been at like festivals, like EDM festivals and other shows where I've actually put some people onto the music I make, and some have been pretty interested. Most have been pretty interested, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with this new EP I've got that I'm working on.
Yeah. Are
Called
you
Pixel
showing
Pink.
people demos?
Yeah,
Okay.
like little snippets of it.
That's
I've actually
dangerous,
got
man.
some. I know.
I don't
but
like doing that. I don't like doing that.
I don't either. But it's snippets for promo because it's ready to come out.
Are you like posting those somewhere? Or?
Yeah, so I'm all over socials,
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. I release on all platforms, but I'm
Plug
also
it, bro.
like,
Plug it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. You're like I don't know if I can say this.
Empire on all platforms with a 3 at the end, all capitals.
There you go.
I do release on all platforms, but the socials I am currently on Instagram, X, TikTok, and that's where I'm trying to keep most of my updates.
Yeah.
So like stories and reels.
Yeah. That's good. That's where it's at, man. What do you think's the hardest part about showing people, especially people you know, your own music?
It can feel embarrassing at times because you're ready to show it to someone, but you don't know how they're gonna react. So you're always like, I'm really proud of this, but they could just turn around and tell me it's shit.
Mm.
And as much as that doesn't matter, it's someone you know and are close with.
Yeah.
So that's why I've been trying to get more keen to like showing it to people who I've been seeing at festivals and shows.
Okay.
'Cause it's-
Interesting.
Yeah, because it's a general knowledge for the same type of music. So I'm like, hey, listen to this. Tell me if you like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm weird with showing people stuff. I mean, I like doing it. I think it's important to do, but it's one of those things when you show somebody a song you're working on, you start sweating in places you don't usually sweat in, and then you're like, what's going on? Like the back of my knee starts sweating. I'm like, what is happening here? But usually it helps me in showing people demos where it's like the moments of the song that I'm sweating the most in, I'm like, all right, maybe I'm not so proud of that part. Maybe I need to fix that. Maybe I need to redo that take. Maybe I need to tighten something up on the mixing end of things. Because it's like usually the person I'm playing it for isn't going to hear the minute details that I'm hearing that are off. But now that I showed it to somebody, I'm being a little bit more critical of it. And that I think helps with the final product then. Because I'm never going to show it to them and be like, oh yeah, and then that's it. You know, I like to get a song. I am weird too. I don't like to show people ideas unless I'm like doing stuff with somebody who's like a producer or another artist themselves. If it's just like a friend of mine or someone who's I know supports my stuff, don't like showing them like if I had just like a hook or something written.
Right.
I just don't like doing that because if they're not as excited as you are,
It's just gonna sound like
it's gonna hurt you and you're not gonna want to finish that song.
well, that too. Yeah.
It's like, dude, because then you show someone in your head, you hear that whole song, how it's gonna sound, and you know how that hook's gonna sound when it's all mixed and mastered, and you have all the harmonies and all the layers, whatever. You show it to them right now, it's just a demo, and they're not someone else who makes music, and they're like, yeah, that's cool, and it just like you're like,
shoots yourself.
you're like,
right
fuck, dude, is this song? It's not a, you know, because every time you make a song, you're like, dude, this is the one, and now you're like, wait, this is not the one, and then you don't make it, and it's sad. So I like to get songs to a point where it's like, I feel pretty good about this, and it's like it's more complete, almost a complete track.
Right.
And then I'm like, yo, I'll show it to somebody who I really, you know, whose opinion I really care about, and see where I sweat the most, and then those will be the parts I go back and
Right.
fix. But yeah, I think that's the best way. I mean, there are tons of other ways. I'm not going to say it's the best way or the only way. But yeah, I just thought it interesting, you know, having somebody who does music on the show today, bringing that up. You mentioned, I don't know if you meant to mention it, but you slipped up and mentioned it before we went live that you got a girlfriend
Yeah. I didn't slip up.
who may or may not exist.
Okay. Yeah, she lives
Why
in
don't you
Canada.
why don't you tell? Yeah, explain to the people how you explained it to me.
She lives in Canada, and it's got a backstory.
And you don't see her
I don't get to see her very often. No, I don't get to
She
see
sent
her
you this hoodie though.
She did send me this hoodie. We send each other gifts on
O'Neal.
like holidays, on birthday. Yeah.
What is that about? Is that some Canadian stuff?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know. It meant a lot because it was something of hers that she held
okay.
dear to herself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right.
That was
so-
dramatic right there. That
yeah.
switch up.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you meet this Canadian woman?
Oh.
How do we know? We know it's a real person?
Yes.
How did you meet him?
So I met her through her sister, who I had been friends with for a little over a decade now.
Where'd you meet her sister?
Online.
So let me get this straight. I'm gonna take a guess here real quick. So you were playing Nintendogs on the DSi, and you were playing whatever online version of that exists, and you were sending hundreds of dollars a month to some girl that you were friends with, and then she introduced you to her sister that turned out to be your girlfriend, who now maybe we send money to, and we don't know is a real person. Have you met this person in real life?
Not face to face.
Yo, bro, what do you mean you haven't met him? How long y'all been together?
Couple months.
Okay. A couple months is still how many just 2?
No, not a couple months. That was just a figure of speech.
Okay, so how many?
5, 6.
And you haven't seen him. FaceTime maybe?
Yeah.
He's FaceTime?
No, yeah.
You guys get on the 3DS?
Faces.
You do the 3DS and you
Yeah.
turn the slider up so you can
Yep, so it actually
Okay.
feels like we're actually there.
Yeah. All right. So you've seen him. You've seen this person.
Yes.
And it is a woman.
Yes.
This is a woman.
This is
a
a
real
woman.
life girl.
This at an actual
Yeah.
woman.
And you guys haven't seen each other though. You have not been in the same. You have not done what we've done right now.
No.
Do you have plans to?
Yes.
Where in Canada is she at? Don't give me her address. We don't need to dox her, but
Eastern Coast.
East Coast. You do
Yeah.
know where she lives though, right? If
Yeah.
you were gonna go visit.
Yeah.
She's giving you that information.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just getting scared, man. I know a guy. I know people, bro. I know people that have. I wouldn't say I'm very close with them, but I know their story of a similar thing happening.
But what was it called? Catfish?
Yeah. It
Yeah.
sounds like you got cat. I mean, you're saying you've talked to this person on the phone, so maybe you haven't been catfished. But maybe you should give me some more context before I continue to make assumptions for comedic effect.
I mean,
So,
I can understand the concern, but like context, we know a lot about each other. There's a lot of listen. There's a lot of backstory that's legit and
what
dear to a person
what
that
did
you don't
you
just
meet?
share.
All right, yeah. I don't need to know whatever, but
You
I could
asked
I
for-
could tell you. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what positions I'm doing with my girlfriend in the bedroom, but I'm gonna tell you that we met in high school, or we met right before high school. I've dated her for X amount of years.
Yeah.
Like, you can give me general synopsis, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm asking is, you met her sister, your girlfriend's sister first, and you said you've met her online, so you haven't even seen her in real life either. So that was, and you knew her for 10 years through what channel online? What are we?
So we like kept in touch on like things like Facebook and Google Plus when it was a thing.
Is that where you met?
Yeah.
No, it's not where you
No,
met. What did
it's
you meet on Club Penguin?
Yeah.
Where did you actually meet? Was it Club Penguin?
No.
Where did you
It
meet?
was an online game.
Okay, Toontown?
Yeah.
Webkins?
Webkins.
Which one?
missed that
Just
one,
tell me.
actually.
Just tell me which one.
It
Why
was
are you
Call
being
of
afraid of that?
Duty.
Call of Duty?
No, but hear me out.
Okay, you met this girl on Call of
Pardon?
Duty, breaking my Legos. That's fine.
I didn't break
It's okay. You didn't break it. I'm just
None
kidding.
fell over. I
Just
promise.
kidding. Call of Duty. You met this girl.
Yeah.
How do you make friends on Call of Duty? This is good.
So
this is a great segment.
like a long time ago, Black Ops 2 was a thing.
It's a
and
great
it was,
game.
One of the more popular.
One
Call
of the
Duties
better
when it was
ones,
out there.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely one of the best. And it was more so just like one of those like crouch dance things. You get along with someone in game. You
Isn't
become
that beautiful
friends.
that's a universal language in any video game? You just tap the
Yeah.
right stick a bunch of times and just go up and down. And, and
Right.
we're like, dude, we're fucking cool. I know that person's solid.
Right. Now I can trust you.
And then they fucking pull the double pump real quick, and you're like, fuck.
Okay, I don't play Fortnite that much.
Okay, well, you
but
should.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay,
But
so you met her on Call of Duty.
Yes.
What map?
I can't remember the
Okay.
map. It
There's
was
some
like
good maps in that game.
there. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 had a lot of the good ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, so occasionally it got to the point of messaging. Then we like shared information that was like, hey, we're real people
Mm-hmm.
and not trying to fuck with each other, you know?
Yeah, I guess I feel like maybe I'm missing a step, or maybe you're leaving some out. So you guys were in a lot, like in a game, you crouch
Crouch
you figure
dance.
out you guys are do the crouch dance. You guys are like,
Message.
oh, we're cool,
Yeah.
and then you're like, what's up, dog? Like, what was the first
Like we send friend requests at that point, and then you know you message.
and then
and
like
then
you're like, yo, I'm getting on. Like, are you gonna play? Like,
yeah,
and then
it becomes more of like a thing that you do more often. Then it becomes more of a connection once you start to get to know each other. The mics come on and stuff like that. Yeah.
And so you knew that person for 10 years,
Yeah.
and then they just told you they had a sister, and you were like,
Oh no, I've known about the sister. Like, I wasn't just like a
about the
surprise.
sister.
The sister.
It's like we're in
That's-
some medieval times book.
I've known about the
Yeah,
sister.
Yeah.
It's not frequent in conversation with us two, but she does come up.
So she hid her sister from you for years, and then you just were like, all right,
No,
no more hiding.
no.
How did this happen?
I actually was not friends with her sister, but like we talked. So I wasn't unknown to these people, and they weren't unknown to me.
This is what I'm trying to get at was like, where were you guys playing Fall Guys, and then like her sister started playing too, and you guys like bonded, you like picked her person up and threw her ahead of you one time, and then like, oh my god, it was love at first victory royale. I don't know, like,
No.
give me something.
No, it's definitely more of like an actual conversational thing. Like we talked, we bonded, got to know each other, shared music interests, shared like media interests in general,
Okay.
and it was just like a
Okay.
you know, like a first date type shit, except you're not face to face like us.
Yeah. I feel like we're skipping a lot of steps here,
We
but
are.
I just and it's making for a lackluster tale of your guys' true love. So I'm just trying to paint it in a better light. What's the pros of meeting somebody on Call of Duty? Meeting your girlfriend on Call of Duty.
Okay. See, now you're jumping to conclusions, my boy.
Okay, what game did you and your now girlfriend play together?
We played Apex and stuff. at
Adjacent to Call of Duty.
It pretty much.
Ballpark.
Yeah.
I was in the ballpark.
Yep, first person shooter. But yeah, like I said, we just kind of talked.
You guys get dubs together?
We gamed more and more often.
She's good. She better than you?
No,
Ooh.
I can say that confidently. Sorry, Michaela, you suck.
She's watching, bro.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't suck. She's gotten really good at gaming.
Yeah.
I
I
but
feel like she about to carry, bro. I feel like she about to put out next game. She gonna have like 17 kills.
she's gonna take the rage from watching this and pull up Fortnite and be like, "We're playing tonight,"
Yeah.
and pull the dub.
She's gonna make you guys play build too, so your bitch ass is done. She's gonna be fucking John Wick building crazy shit around you.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Okay, so you don't think she's good at gaming, but you
No,
still
she-
loved her anyways, and then you guys played Apex Legends until how many wins until you asked someone to be your girlfriend? How many dubs do you have to catch before? Bro, I'm just trying to act. So I've met like two people
no.
online
Yeah.
that like I have. Actually, I don't think I've met anybody online that I've actually become friends with in real life. Maybe like I still talk to them gaming wise or something.
Yeah.
But like, and so like how that happened was like we were playing a game. I'm playing a game with one of my buddies. He no lifes this fucking game. So he met somebody online who's from New York or some shit, and that guy joined our tribe in this game, and then we would play together. But he was just a meme to me. I just called him by his fucking username.
Yeah. Right.
I didn't even know his real name. And I tried to talk to him, and he was a weird guy, and I was like, maybe it's good I only know you through this avenue.
I mean, you do make some actual friends. Like, I've made some real friends online.
That you've dapped up? Have you dapped any of these people up in real life?
No.
Okay. I believe, here's the thing. I'm not saying you can't make real friends online. I know you can.
Yeah.
But there is a condition to that friendship.
And that's dapping
An
each other
Ethernet
up.
cable.
An Ethernet.
Because if you didn't have the internet, then you're not. You know what I'm saying? How are you
Not
going to get in touch?
connected.
Yeah, how are you going to get in touch with that person?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Do they be supporting the music?
Some do, yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of the friends, but the girlfriend definitely does.
Good. Shout
Mhm.
out to her, bro.
Shout out to her.
Speaking of girlfriend, you ever caught anybody, maybe a friend of yours or anybody you know, ever doing like baby talk? You know how like couples do that? You ever
Yeah.
like walking? You do that?
I more so hear it when people are like talking to animals. I do it when talking to animals and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
But you know, like couples, they get like that. Like everybody has like their way. Like everybody talks a little different when it's like just you and your significant other. Like you might say something a little different than you would normally say it. And I just recently found out a friend of mine, their significant other used to be really bad with the pillow talking or baby talking, if you will. Even so bad as to even put it into text form, which you can't put shit like that in text, bro, and it not sound cringe.
That's a fair point.
Are you gonna ask me what he said?
Yeah, what did he say?
He said, "Can you give me the sucky wucky
No, you're
tonight,
kidding.
baby?"
You're lying to me.
I'm trying to even get into. I can't even get into. Bring myself to really do that justice. Like, babe. Oh, I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. Babe, can you give me the sucky wucky tonight, babe? babe. That's gonna get clipped. I got a friend that had his guy. This is a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Be getting into fights with people. Be talking mad shit.
Yeah,
Kind of a crazy motherfucker.
it happens.
But when he gets with his girl, he's all sucky wucky. Babe. Can you come snuggle me?
Ooh, woo.
And we all get like that, right? But if I hear you do that, if I hear you do it, I just lose respect for you. I don't know what it is. It's like a couple. I know everybody does it. I know everybody that is watching this in a relationship. I know you do it in some capacity. I can tell you right now that I do it. But
To each their own.
if you heard me doing it, if you saw me doing it in real life with my significant other, you would be like, what the fuck? It's never not weird that if you experience it from a third person perspective, it's totally normal when you're in a relationship. I don't know why it happens, but it's like, dude, if you witness someone else doing it, there's something about it that's just so like, I can't look at you the same way.
I understand.
But it really helped me with that person. There was some other underlying issues with that person, but it was hilarious, and I found out about that. You be doing that? You got some baby talk game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not pillow talk.
Spit some to me, bro. Spit some to me, bro.
Hell
Riz
no.
me up with that baby talk.
Bro, ooh woo notices your no, like I'm not doing that shit.
No, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Bro, stop. Oh God, I got the ick. Yeah. Yeah, it's good shit though. It's good shit, baby talking with significant
Mhm.
others. What else going on in the world, man? What else going on in your life that you want to get to today? I know we're almost at the hour mark here.
Honestly, I think it's crazy what's going on the other side of the world. If I had to be honest, if I could take a second to mention what's going on in Gaza Strip,
Yeah,
or like
say,
Palestine.
say your piece, man. If you want to get into that,
I'd have nothing wrong with people who are Jewish, nothing wrong with people as a whole, but even as a terrorist attack, we don't need to do what we did per se to Iraq after 9/11, to Gaza for what happened at a music festival in Israel.
What happened at a music festival in Israel?
What I've heard, or what the big commotion was that started this whole shebang on October 7th, was that there was a terrorist attack at a music festival in Israel. This is what I have seen.
And they're claiming it's Hamas, right?
It was claimed to be Hamas, yeah.
Okay.
And so afterwards, Israel retaliated and hasn't stopped.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, as you've seen.
And they're attack. I mean, they're not, by responding. You mean they're attacking Palestinians?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bombing like hospitals and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22 out of commission at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's terrible, man. I mean, I know that it is controversial for some reason. I don't think it is controversial to say that, like, don't bomb
right.
hospitals,
a lot of people
bro.
call it politics, and I don't think it's politics when people are literally.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. No, but here's the thing. I'm not educated enough on anything that's going on over there to be able to be a voice. I really shouldn't even have a microphone when I'm discussing it in front of me, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because that's how low my level of education is on the topic. But I think if like again like you're saying, like if something happens like what we did, I think everyone acknowledges and realizes maybe the way we responded after 9/11 was not great.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So we can know that that's not good, right? And not do that again. But I think maybe they're like, oh, this is our like this is the same kind of thing. And it's like, it's not though, because you're killing random people, which we did do also, which was equally as bad, right? But it's like, you know that now because you saw us do it and how bad it was, and now you're actively bombing hospital. Like that's terrible, bro. And they're trapped, which is the sad part. It's like,
yeah.
Again, I don't know enough. I don't know enough to speak on it, but I just want people to not die.
Right.
That's all I would like is for people to not die,
yeah.
and especially nobody should die based on like their religious beliefs or their ethnicity or their skin color, right? Like that's just, I don't know. I think that's pathetic. So it's like, I know what you're saying. I think it's interesting that I have heard some dialogue on this online where it's like people that are like pro-Palestine are like, there are some Jewish communities coming out and being like, that's anti-Jewish, like that's anti-Semitic, which I think is interesting because that's very similar. It sounds very similar to me. And again, if somebody doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, I'm going to keep prefacing that with everything I say. It sounds a lot like the white supremacist or the people that were maybe not super educated on the issues that were going on here in the States with the BLM movement. Whenever someone would say Black Lives Matter, saying, well, white lives matter too.
All
lives matter. It's like, yeah, dipshit, but the black people are getting killed right now.
Right.
Right? And it's like, yeah, bro, Jewish people are good people too. But can we stop whatever Jewish people are killing Palestinian people? Can we just stop that? That's all I'm asking.
Exactly.
I don't need...
It's the senseless killing and...
Why are we killing people?
Yeah.
What's the issue? What's the issue, right? I don't even... And that's the thing too. Again, I don't know enough. But I don't... From what I understand, which is little, it sounds like a lot of people changed ownership of some land, and then people have different religious backgrounds, and they're living within another country, sort of, but it is a different country, but they really don't have a country, and then they're being prosecuted for being forced to be there, but they're forced to be there.
It was actually like a 70+ year occupation that's been going on. So it's just been beef for 70 years.
That's what I'm saying. It just don't make any sense. It's like, why?
Honestly.
Just don't kill people, man.
Yeah.
Just stop.
I
don't know. I mean, and that's, I don't know shit. So I just think it's, as an idiot, stop killing people.
I just work here, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good response. I'm just here, bro. I'm just out here working. But I don't want to see, it's like, I don't want to get like emotional about it, but it's like, dude, if you see stuff that's going on, it's like, how do you not like
say or do anything about it?
How do you not feel fucking for that? How do you I don't know, bro. And it's the same, and I know like as an American citizen, like someone might be watching this like, that's pretty hypocritical, like whatever. It's like, dude, I wasn't sitting there with pom-poms when they were bombing kids in the fucking Middle East. I wasn't cheering for that. Honestly, I know there was some Islamophobic people that probably were, but it's like anybody that like was really paying attention to what was going on, and obviously we didn't have the internet, wasn't as developed, and we didn't have the people overseas didn't have as big of a voice as they do now, so we weren't able to have access to information the way that we do. But dude, I'm sure there was people then too being like, maybe don't bomb the kids. Maybe stop that.
Yeah, right. Civilians deserve to enjoy their lives.
Yeah, man. Just crazy. And it is hard, dude. That's the thing too. I think a lot of countries now, I think ever since the Vietnam War, I just think nobody that proved to be such a good strategy, the guerrilla warfare of what went on there, of like the biggest the United States military, the biggest military, strongest military in the world
at the time,
couldn't get rid of some dudes in caves. We couldn't do it, bro. We got bodied. And I tell you what, too, it's so messed up. I didn't even know we lost that war until I was like late high school. And you learn about it in grade, but they just like brushed over. Like they were just like, yeah, the Vietnam War happened. And then just like went to the next war that we won.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait. And I found out, I remember I was at a fucking friend's house watching a movie, and her mom, like, we're watching this movie, and at the end, I'm like, it really seemed like we lost. And I'm like, what's going on? And I was like bitching about it. I'm like, we never lost. Some, little white kid. So I'm like, dude, America's the best. We're fucking winning this shit.
Right.
And she's like, the United States lost that war. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, like we just left. We just destroyed shit for a while,
And then
got sick of it, got sick of getting bodied, and we left. And that's why I think, like, since then, it's just like, I think it's so slimy what these organizations do that are like, you know, that are the ones causing the issue, because then these big militaries are like, well, I don't fucking know who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, so I'm just gonna blow up everybody.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I also disagree with that answer. I don't know. I just hate it all.
You should.
And I do think too, it's interesting when people go like, these people are terrorists. This is terrorist. I think we throw the word terrorist around a lot. Where it's like, have you seen Star Wars?
Not all of it.
Okay, the rebels would be terrorists.
Yeah. Yep.
Were the rebels the good guys or the bad guys in Star Wars?
Good guys.
The good guys. I'm not saying. I'm gonna get canceled, bro. Holy shit. I'm gonna get canceled as fuck. I'm not saying it, but I don't know enough about this situation. I don't know who is the good guys, who's the bad guys. I just know you shouldn't bomb innocent people, and I think that we got to stop labeling anybody that, like, any group, terrorist group. If people are being oppressed and then they try to defend themselves, I don't know if that makes you a terrorist group, right? Like, I think that, like, some people are calling BLM a terrorist group, terrorist organization. That's not true. It's just not true.
It's not.
So it's just like, I don't know. I got to stop before I get canceled. I really got to stop. I appreciate you being here today, Roman. Is there anything else, any questions for me before we wrap today? Anything you want to get off your chest? Anything for me? Any in general? Don't even got to be about anything specific. Anything before we wrap?
Nothing. One more plug, probably.
Plug, bro. Plug it.
Check the music. All platforms. Got that new EP coming out in 2024, early, hopefully, Q1, Q2, called Pixel Pink.
Pixel Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that name.
The vintage game feel. That's why I went for the name.
Yeah, gonna have some 16-bit beats on there.
Yeah, a lot of Bit Crush.
Some Mario stuff. Yeah, Super Mario.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Very cool, man. Well, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody tuned in live today, as well as those that are going to listen days after over on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, whatever you like to listen to. Also want to say a quick shout out to our patrons. They should be up on the screen right now. If you guys are interested in getting behind the scenes access to extra podcasts, extra videos, as well as a series where I break down how I mix, master, record, write every single one of my songs, go to patreon.com/Darren Rita. You can help support the channel for as little as $1. Also, if you want to plug the show one more time, I got a live show coming up, bro. It's going to be insane. It's going to be a ton of fun. There's going to be a bunch of new news coming out for that in the coming weeks and months. We have a lot of time to promote it, but we want to get those tickets sold. We want to sell this bitch out, and we will. So get your tickets soon, man. It's only $15, and it's going to be an incredible night. It's a Friday night. You don't got to take off work, nothing. It's going to be super, super cool. So do please come out to that. Other than that, thank you to Go Nutz for sponsoring another episode of the podcast. And this has been the 233rd episode of the Detox Podcast. I will see you guys next week. Peace.